Come and knock on our door.
Come and knock on our door.
We've been waiting for you.
We've been waiting for you.
Where the kisses are hers and his, Three's company too. Come and dance on our floor.
Come and dance on our floor.
Take a step that is new.
Take a step that is new.
We've a lovable space that needs your face. Three's company too.
Okay. You people have 2 minutes, and I'm going back to watching stuff on Amazon. Do. Hello, Carrie. Looks like a big active crowd tonight. I just thought I'd do a quick drop in, see if anybody's around. Any interesting news today, Carrie? Hey, Nerdy. I have no idea what the London, Kentucky incident is. I thought London was in England. Oh, was that the one that the civil rights lawyer was talking about? They went in and killed the guy? Seems to be a lot of that kind of stuff happening. I can't remember if it was him or somebody else talking about another one where they sent the dog in because some lady who didn't even actually live at the place said that there was an intruder in there and the dog chewed the guy up. And they found out he was had permission to be in there. And they're just like, oh, oh well. Yeah. Not like it would make sense to double check these things before they go violent. Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, you could imagine so. When your treatment's going to be over, nerdy. I need two more people. By the way, Miss Haverlock was my actual seventh grade math teacher. Uh, I think it might be kind of like what Finkel said his mother's been on for years. Well, that's good. At least they don't think you'll die in the next couple of months. Yeah, I think you'll get your strength back. It's funny how many times the treatments make you feel worse than the diseases. You know, yeah, it was like when they give you some kind of prescription, you go, what's this for? Well, that's to counteract what the other prescription does to you. So I had a brilliant idea for a Monday movie earlier. When I got back to my computer to look it up, I couldn't remember what it was. Hey, Cart. Yeah, I was awake and stuff. I just didn't feel like coming on earlier, and nobody messaged me and said, "Hey, are we going live?" So I just caught up on some TV. I thought I'd come in for a while because I know how y'all get desperate without me. So did you see, Cart? Next Wednesday's trivia. Everything's going to be related to Australia. Yeah, I think I'd rather put up with the cold than the muggies. I just don't know why so many people actually think Republicans and especially Trump really care about common people. All Trump cares about is Trump. They all talk about red states and blue states. I guarantee you, Kerry, if you were in New York, your health care would be 10 times better. Well, there he is. I didn't see Dirk come in. Hello, other Nikki.
Hello. Oh, you were talking to him.
Nerdy was saying, "Where's that lazy bitch?" I thought she was talking about you, but apparently it was Carrie.
Oh, okay. Let's see. I'm just going through and reading all the chat that I missed.
Yeah, not much.
Oh, goodness.
I don't know why Mr. Nicky said hell at Carrie. Seems a little rude. I'm the only one allowed to talk to Carrie that way.
Oh, okay.
And I notice he doesn't give Cart any hearts or kissy lips. I guess Lucy has him trained well.
That could be. Oh, card's gonna be nice. Okay.
So I drifted by one of those YouTubes earlier that just amazes me.
Okay.
Somebody was sitting and watching themselves. And no, it wasn't Todd. And it wasn't like they were sitting and watching somebody else watch them and then commenting on what the other people were saying about them. They were just sitting and watching one of their own old lives.
Okay.
I mean, how far up your own ass can you get?
And they weren't commenting like, and this is where I made a mistake and I should have done this a little bit different. They weren't commenting. They were just sitting.
Not for the couple of minutes that I watched. I put that right up there with the time I found the one who their whole thing was just it was watching them sleep.
I mean, I know there's times that we don't talk because neither one of us are paying attention to what's going on because we're busy, looking up stuff or whatever. But
Yeah,
we don't sit and watch ourselves and not comment.
except of course for the night that we watched. Me watched Finkel watch. I forget how many.
Yeah. Watch Chat and Play, watched whoever and whoever and
Yeah.
whoever.
So tell me this. Tell me if you agree with the comment I made on Finkel's one thing today when he was talking about original content and stuff. I maintain no matter how you feel about what it is people do or how many people watch it. For instance, I take us. I consider this original content. And
Mm-hmm.
obviously, when Finkel goes out with his camera, that's original content.
Mm-hmm.
As much as I get bored watching Tav or Chris just sitting there talking for 2 hours about the same thing, it's original content.
Right.
On the other hand, Todd, Hill Pirates, people like that sitting and watching somebody else's content and just making fun of it, I don't consider that original content. I just consider that trolling or, it's just unoriginal.
The only part of it that would be original would be the them trolling, them making their content or their comments, but you're right. No, that's not original content.
Yeah, it's well, but I don't even consider it like a reaction video cart. I don't know, but I guess you could sort of put it that way. By the way, I don't know if you know this or not. I learned this about Nerdy earlier. Do you know that she is now just on pills? She doesn't have to go for treatments anymore.
Yeah, I thought she said that a couple weeks ago that she had done her last treatment.
So you're saying I don't pay attention? Why must she always be that way?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that I think I recall her mention that she had done her last treatment.
Yeah, she probably did. I'm well known for not remembering things like that. Just ask Barb. I'm the kind of person that would go, why didn't you tell me you only had 6 months to live? I told you 5 months ago.
Okay.
Carrie's falling back on the old you wouldn't know her, she's from Canada thing. So I was saying, and isn't that what Finkel was saying about his mother? Remember a couple of months ago it was when he went up to see her and she'd gone to the emergency room and they gave her some kind of medicine that interfered with what she was taking. I think That's what he was saying, that she'd been on a cancer maintenance drug for like years.
Yeah, I think so. Does anybody have anything new on TV besides the California fires?
Well, not really. I just got done watching The Rookie, and before that, I'm watching season 1 of Grimm.
Now, see,
I
I
was
think
saying before,
Grimm would be good to watch.
yeah, especially it's been a while since watching those early ones. I do remember I wasn't real happy with the way they ended it, but I can't really remember specifically. I was saying before you got here earlier on, I thought of the perfect Monday movie. I thought this would be a great one. And when I got back to the computer, I couldn't remember what it was.
It's almost like me going into the kitchen for something and then going, what did I come in here for?
Oh, I know. I'm always doing things like I'll be maybe making a post on Facebook or whatever, and I'll think, oh, as soon as I finish writing this, I want to Google this thing. And I'll finish writing it, and I'll click on Google, and I'll think, what the hell was I going to look up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I know one movie I was thinking might be fun to watch. I'll see if I can find it and if it'll pass the test. Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein.
Okay.
You know, we were mentioning all those movies the other night, and of course, I can't remember anything anybody mentioned except for the couple I tested that got shot down, like Josie Wales. I forget the other one.
I think we had mentioned, and I'm probably wrong, um,
Oh,
the
now
Duke,
that I see Ariel.
John Wayne.
Oh yeah, yeah. And I did test Jimmy Cagney, and it didn't. It got shot down.
Oh man. I just finished shoveling some snow.
I also tested one that I've had on my hard drive for a while that I was going to rewatch, Duets, but it got shot down. Of course,
Oh,
that makes sense too, because it has a lot of music in it. You what?
yeah, I remember one, like the whole genre of, like Convoy and, um, I know Smokey and the Bandit will probably get shut down. The one with the orangutan.
Oh,
Every Which Way But
every
Loose.
which way
Yeah.
but loose. Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Nicky. Oh, now I see this shit on my TV. Hey, Cart.
I can't believe you'd say hello to Mr. Nicky after the way he was talking about you.
I know. I got a song, but in a video, but I'm not going back downstairs, guys.
Yeah, I don't blame you. You never know what's down there.
Cold.
Somebody got offended by that, Cart?
That's right. Ain't no. I said it today. Ain't no country better than my country. We could travel everywhere, and this is the best place in the world for me. For me, at least.
Well, there's different versions of the same, but they've used it for the governmental system and for the justice system, but kind of this is the worst possible country ever, except for all the others.
There you go. You get a lot of snow, Muxer?
Not really. I mean,
I say we got.
we've
got
had
maybe 5 inches, maybe 4 inches.
yeah, that's what we have, 4 or 5 inches. It's really been too cold to really snow much. See, now 4 or 5 inches is more for you than it would be for me or Nikki.
It is. It is.
But then again, it's more here than we've been getting the last few years.
Not really, Cart.
Okay, see, now there she goes wanting to get banned.
Please put her on the list. Don't make the little tomato guy get mad and squirrel his way to Australia. Because he'll jump on those wires, on the telephone pole wires, and he'll walk all the way to Australia. He doesn't care.
I don't think the wires.
Well, they go
Oh,
underwater. They go underwater, and so he can travel on the water with scuba gear.
Oh, with scuba gear? Okay.
Well, he doesn't have a mouth, so he doesn't need to breathe. He's just a tomato head, so.
Well, I was going to say, should I put my tomato guy on? But I guess I haven't uploaded them yet.
I did send you one, didn't I?
Yeah, you sent me a couple.
Okay.
I was saving it for Monday. So in case anybody thinks I was lying, I don't know if you can read that or not, the upcoming StreamYard things. If you see the second one down for next Wednesday, Aussie-centric trivia night.
Yeah.
Every question will be related to Aussie crap.
There'll be 2 people that get all the answers right.
Yeah, we'll see.
One will be Barbara. She's already, if she doesn't know anything, she's already studying on it now that you just showed it. And the other one will be Kiwi.
Actually, I told Kiwi that I was doing that earlier today. He was quite excited about it.
Oh, awesome.
All I got to do now is write all the questions, although I got a bunch of them in my head already.
Fighting words. Oh, okay. I'll take it back. Maybe nerds will come in second place. I have no idea.
If you think about it, would you want to know somebody who doesn't think their country is the best?
It's all we know,
Yeah.
so it's got to be the best. You
Yeah.
see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nothing exists outside of my area. This is all I know.
And you're not even a real American.
That's right. Not even half.
Let's see.
So I go out there to shovel and it started snowing again, but whatever. I just cleaned it up for the dog real quick. You can take them with you or not. What's in Japan? What do you like about Japan? In what part of Japan?
If she says the women, I'll know we're soulmates. There.
There you go. That's I just came up with a new idea for my tomato. I'm not using this squirrel guy anymore. I had to get me a Mexican hat and put it on a tomato.
All right, now you guys are gonna make me have to go.
So yeah, you know, in America we call those sombreros.
Yep.
I used to have a really nice sombrero I got in Tijuana, but lost that in my fire.
Oh, that sucks. You shouldn't throw your hats in the fireplace.
Yeah, well, you know,
Had to heat
tequila.
the place up. So, yeah.
Well, see, Kurt, how could that be any fun? All that organization and everything.
I think they got too many roles over there.
You just like it because everybody's shorter than you.
Yep. She goes over there and it's like the 50-foot woman, you know the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's another one.
It's Kurt.
Attack of the 50-foot woman, and then what was the Incredible Shrinking Man? That'd be a good double feature. It was funny, all those like 50s sci-fi movies, the stuff that they thought radiation would be doing to people and animals and that.
Oh, it's what made Godzilla, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Without the radiation, he's not, he's just a regular lizard. Then who would protect us against moths,
Yeah, the Mothman, and what was that other one?
Rodan.
The big turtle.
Mothra.
The turtle. No, yeah.
Yeah. Was the turtle Rodan?
I don't. I think Rodan is the three-headed dragon, but I'm not sure. I could be wrong. Guys.
Oh yeah, you might be. And Mothra, was that the one that had the little miniature Japanese girl singing to it?
Yeah.
Right. Mothra.
Yeah, that's it.
I
Mothra's
s-
in the new. She's in the. I guess it's a she. She's in the new King Kong Godzilla movie there.
yeah. Do you know, I
One
might have
I'm
told you this
thinking
before.
about has something about flies.
Say it
About
again.
what?
Flies.
Oh,
What about
flies.
Yeah.
Or are you talking about the Fly? Where well, there was two of them. The newer one, I like the remake better with Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, that one. I couldn't
Yeah,
even think of his name, but I can picture one of the scenes and he's like laying down and
Yeah,
looking at yeah.
I think it's like
I
86 that one come out. 86, 85.
I, I remember seeing that in the theater, and there's that one scene where is it he breaks his arm, and there's this big crack, and I remember everybody in the theater going, "Ooh!"
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I seen it in the theater too. That was a good one. I also seen the original one too. I think it's pretty good. Vincent,
Yeah, Vincent Price. Yep.
Vincent Price. Yeah.
Help me.
Yes,
Yes.
Cart. I've overdone it, Cart. You have no idea. Thousands.
Yeah, matter of fact, I've got to change Mr. Mickey's one of these days.
Diaper.
No, his
Yeah.
avatar.
Again, the diaper again. It's that time.
And The Fly was 1986.
Okay. Yeah, I was still in high school.
Yeah, I was still in high school.
Well, getting
So
ready.
was I.
Yeah.
I was getting ready to get out of high school.
Get out or
Mickey,
get thrown out.
Mickey, you know, there were boys in college you could have dated. You know, you was 4 years already out of high school. What are you doing?
Oh, I like Mickey's tomato. Yeah, that sounded a little dirty, didn't it?
Yeah, her tomato's cute, but vicious at the same time.
Yeah.
I can make you a cute tomato.
I think this one suits me.
Yeah, it does. It's got a tyrant written all over it. What I like about the I don't know what you call the little green stem on top, if that's what it is. But yeah,
I
it's just
think they're called a stem, but I'm not sure.
it's the sticking up like a crown. If you notice it, it made you almost like a
Uh,
king. How it's
oh, yeah. The tyrant king.
Cart wants to know if you would make Mr. Nicky the man in a cage tied to the kitchen sink, Ariel.
Cart, you just wait for the music video to come out. It just I have to finish doing them. Maybe I'll go downstairs here in a little bit and I will play this music video for you, and then we can talk, Cart. I don't think he's tied to the sink. I think he's chained up, but you know, I have no idea.
Do you can you not even like send me the link and I'll play it?
No,
Or you
no,
can't do that?
it's on the computer, dude. I'm on the phone.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have the. It's not. It's a video that I made with the song.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Say about being chained to the kitchen table and stuff. I don't know if you had to be there or not, but one of the funnier exchanges I ever saw on a forum, you know, we used to always talk about, you know, they always say to all the girls, just go make me a sandwich and that. And the one girl was talking about she was changing the oil in her car. The one guy says, "What was your car doing in the kitchen?"
Mhm.
And she says, "Well, I'm female and I'm Asian. You do the math." And he said, "Well, if you're Asian, you do the math." I don't know. I liked it.
Yeah.
That was the kind of high humor we had there at old G4 forums.
Yeah, it's good stuff. The more racist it gets, the better it is to me. If you can't laugh, well, then you don't have a sense of humor.
But one of my things, I stopped telling a lot of jokes because there were like racist type jokes that I would tell. But for me, the funny thing was that they weren't funny. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
you were laughing at the fact that it was a stupid racial stereotype. But I found that way too many people were actually laughing because they thought it was a funny joke about,
Right.
Negroes or whatever. So it's like, yeah, I don't need you kind of people around me.
Yeah, you have to think twice sometimes when you tell certain jokes to certain people. What's going on, Terry? Howdy do. Did you get any snow, Carrie? I went outside, cleaned it all up, and the dog would not go out. He did not want no part of going outside. He'll wake
Well,
me up
can
by
you blame him?
2 or 3 in the morning. He'll wake me up to go crying like he was this morning, driving me crazy. Woke me up 2 times last night. I swear he sounds like a little child crying.
I remember we had a dog. Did you ever see, I'm sure you can picture like a cat, like being next to a puddle or some sort of pool of water, and they're just like sort of taking one paw and touching it and
Yeah.
jerking back from it. We had that one dog, we'd go to let him out, and he'd go to the porch step and he'd reach out and touch the snow and do that same thing. And just like the one paw would go and he'd be like, nope, nope, nope.
Yeah. No, he was out earlier doing that run around biting the snow, like they do this funny thing with their mouth and like chomping and running. He was jumping around in there. He was in what and I went outside too with him for a while. But he just didn't want to go right now. He looked out there for a while. He's like, no, thank you. I could hold this.
Talked to Finkel earlier. He said
Oh,
he's
yeah?
not planning on doing any kind of panels for a while. He'll stop in on other people's places once in a while when he's got some time, but he's got a
Yeah.
lot of real life stuff to worry about.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's got a lot on his mind. So And you can't be next to somebody, you know, you want to be next to. It's hard. Hopefully everything works out for her and she get back
Yeah.
to normal.
Did I tell you Killen came in around 10 o'clock?
Mm-mm.
No, I didn't see
Well,
it.
that's good because that would have been a lie. Sometimes I'm not sure if I told the lies or not.
You start at 10?
Yeah, I think it was around 10.
Oh, okay.
Didn't feel like coming on earlier today, and I thought, well, nobody like messaged me and said, "Are we going live?" So I caught up on some TV. Then I thought, I'll go see if people are around.
Figured you'd be watching some of your series or what have you.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to watch the Steelers wild card game tomorrow night or not.
Yeah, it should be a good
'Cause
one.
I'll probably,
That's a good
yeah,
rivalry.
yeah, but they'll piss me off if they just give it away. Especially to the damn Ravens. Hey, STD.
Never too late, STD.
Ravens is my second most hated team. And I think you would probably agree with me on the number one most hated. Since you're a Yankee fan, you should hate anything Boston, New England.
Always. Well, I am a Husky fan though. UConn.
Oh yeah. I always remember that year. Now it's probably been 30 years ago or whatever, but it was like nobody ever heard about UConn at all. And then all of a sudden it's like University of Kentucky's in the Final 16. Final 8, Final 4. University of Kentucky is the national NCAA basketball champion. Where the hell did they come from?
They've had a decent team for a long time though. Guys ain't.
Yeah, it's like that 1 year when it seems like they came out of nowhere, and then ever since then, yeah, like you say, both teams have dominated.
They have their runs, you know what I mean? And then other teams build up and they have their little runs.
Oh yeah.
They just built a real good program there. As far as bringing in the athletes and all that, they do a real good job with that. They have good training facilities and all that. Shit, they make a lot of good football players that go to the NFL. Yeah. I didn't say they have winning football teams. They just make a lot of good football players, though.
I remember at one time, this is a while ago, I don't know any statistics now, but there were more NFL players, active NFL players from Penn State than any other team.
Oh, I could believe that. Yeah.
I probably told you before. I always remember, I don't know if I was like in junior high or something, and I wasn't, well, I've never been that into sports as a whole, just like certain things. But anyway, I was sort of just becoming aware of like college football and stuff. And I remember Penn State had this great Irish running back, Frank O'Harris.
Yeah.
And of course, later on, when I became a Steelers fan, and he was Franco Harris, a black guy with an Italian name.
Yeah, he's not all that black though. He's not dark skinned, brother.
Did I ever tell you the story that I knew a guy that worked? He actually worked for the Pirates, but you know they shared a stadium and offices and stuff with the Steelers at the time. And he was telling us some stories and story of when the Steelers went to play the Super Bowl in Miami. I think it was like their second Super Bowl, and it was like the 70s.
Yeah.
And they had this guy who was their head groundskeeper, and they took him along to the Super Bowl. In fact, they even gave him a ring when they won in appreciation of all he did all year for them,
Yeah.
But anyway, this groundskeeper was kind of a clown. And when they got to Miami, instead of him hopping on the bus, he hurried up and got into a cab and went to the hotel. And he hurries up and he gets into the hotel, and he goes and he gives the desk clerk a couple of bucks to let him get behind the desk. And he's wearing this long coat and he's got a hat on. And he waits, and the Steeler bus comes in. The first guy off the bus is Mean Joe Green. And Joe comes up to the desk and he says, "Hello, I'm Joe Green. I'm with the Steelers and we have rooms." And the guy just ignores him. And in order to tell the story, I got to break one of my own rules. But anyway, Joe says, "Excuse me, sir. My name is Joe Green. I'm with the Pittsburgh Steelers, and you have rooms for us." And this guy just sort of tilts his head up a little bit and goes, "We don't allow no niggers in this hotel." And Joe Green reaches across the desk and lifts the guy up by his lapels. And the guy tears his hat off. He's going, Joe, it's me, Joe, don't kill me." And then much hilarity ensued.
I got Joe Green upstairs in my house, up in the attic. Put away. I got a minted whatever they call it, statuette or what have you, real nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah, my brother, because I used to like the Steelers when I was a kid. My brother got me that.
One of my favorite Steelers stories, and I can tell you this is absolutely true because this was on the news. Jack Lambert was a witness in a murder trial. And it was because there used to be this place in downtown Pittsburgh. There's an area called, what's it called now?
Downtown?
It's this little, well, it's downtown, but it's this little sort of, it's like a little park almost surrounded by a bunch of small business, shops and stuff. Jeez, I'll think of it later. I'll call you at 3 a.m. with it. But anyway, there was this club there called Alexander's, and the hook was all the tables had numbers on them. They had like poles where you could see the numbers of the table, and all the tables had old like crank phones,
Yeah.
and you could call another table, and that's it's like a hookup bar.
Yeah.
You'd see a woman you liked. So anyway, Jack Lambert was in there one night, and there was these two guys who thought they were doing good with this one woman, and the two guys were sort of like minor wise guys. And Jack Lambert moved in on the woman, and they got pissed off. And so they decided they were going to wait for Lambert out the door when he came out, and they were going to ruin his career for him. And the thing I like about this is the kind of thing you'd see on a movie, and you'd go, that would never happen in real life. What they did was, when he came out, the plan was the one guy would hit him over the back of the head with a bottle, and when he went down, they were going to hamstring him
Can I
and
ask
ruin
you
his
one question?
career.
Can I ask you one question? Did they
Sure.
know who he was? Did they know who he was?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
yes, they
okay.
did.
Just making sure. Okay.
Yeah. So Lambert comes out. Plan goes perfectly. Guy hits him over the head with a bottle. Lambert, instead of going to his knees, turns around, grabs the guy that hits him, and beats the living crap out of him. The other guy runs. And so the murder trial was because the guy that got the shit beat out of him killed the guy that ran away.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, I just love that because that's like a John Wayne movie thing. The guy gets hit over the head with a bottle and it busts, and he just turns around and,
Yeah, I wonder what kind of bottle he hit him with, and was the bottle empty? Because it works better when it's full.
yeah, it would.
Hello,
Did Kiwi sneak in?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Kiwi.
But I'd rather just run you over with my car. It's a whole lot easier.
This is true. Back in those days, they used to get away with a lot of shit.
Oh, yeah.
There'd be guys like Lambert and, well, that same guy that worked for the Pirates was saying about there was a bar on the north side and cops get called to it for a fight. And they pull up and Joe Green has two guys underneath his arms. He's got him by the neck and he's like spinning him around. And I forget who was with him. Elsie Greenwood or somebody's beating up some other guy, and the cops just like pulling and go, yeah, it's the Steelers. And they would just like break it up and send everybody on their way.
Yeah, you would think that as far as the locals, they would probably not mess with the players as far as they would be more fans.
Well, but there's always those drunk assholes.
You got drunks. Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah. And they go, you're not so tough, But stuff like that back then didn't even make the newspapers. Of course, those guys owned Pittsburgh at the time.
Yeah, well, they always get, even today, they still get preferred, how you say?
Treatment.
Treatment,
Well,
yeah. I watched, matter of fact, I was watching CBS just off of my antenna last night, just watching regular, because I was, no, it was Monday, whatever it was. Price is Right was on, right? Price is Right was on, and some other show. And anyways, so this show was from Halloween. It was a Halloween special, but they're playing it. So this lady is a retired detective, but she like works for the cops or something, or she's always. Well, anyways,
I like that show. It's a new show called. I like that.
I don't remember something Beth something, or I can't remember the name of it. Anyway.
Oh, okay, no, okay, you're that's a different one. I know the one you mean.
CBS. Well,
Yeah.
anyways, she was playing whoever played in Breakfast at Tiffany's or whatever. Is it What's
Audrey
her name?
Hepburn.
I think it was, yeah, she was playing, she was dressed like Audrey and acting like.
Uh,
Anyways, some girl got in trouble. She's a famous actress, right? So she was when she was a kid. And so the first thing, the one guy was trying to get the girl locked up, and the chief was like, he's like, well, why does she get special treatment? He goes, because sometimes certain people for who they are, they get special treatment. So that's the same thing with these football players,
yeah.
They,
Elsbeth is her name.
Elsbeth, that's it. Yeah, it's a pretty good show. Not bad.
Is it? I haven't watched it, but I know she was a lawyer on another show I used to watch, and it's the same character.
She said she was a lawyer, but she's not a lawyer anymore. I've never seen the show.
Okay.
She hangs out at the police station. I guess she figures out murders and stuff like that. I don't know. That's what I'm getting from it. So she helped the girl because the girl was drugged or whatever, and she couldn't remember what happened, if she shot someone, if she didn't. She dreamed about it, and then it ends up that some dude was shot and killed, and they tie her all into it.
There's another new one I've been watching that is sort of a same kind of a thing. The girl's got I think she's got like a photographic memory, and in the first episode she was the janitor in the police station, and she saw they had made mistakes on their murder board and stuff, and so it's kind of like the same thing, kind of a wacky character helping the cops now.
Yeah, you seen Numbers? You remember Numbers?
Oh yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, he was a genius.
Yeah.
It has.
I always wondered,
the guy from Taxi. I forget his name, but
Judd Hirsch.
Okay, yeah, he was the dad, right? He was the dad, or
Yeah.
the uncle? He was the guy, the kid's dad.
Okay. Yeah, he was their dad. Yeah.
Yeah.
I always liked that one. I always wondered how much of the math was real. Could a math genius predict that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they had some geniuses working on the show. And then it's Hollywood too. So you got to have a little bit of, That's what I tell people. Sometimes, we watch movies and people are like, whoa, that would never happen in real life. It's Hollywood, folks. You're just being entertained. I have to remind my old lady all the time, this shit isn't real. It's they're actors. Of course it's not real.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's like, first you have to accept that Wookiees exist, and then just watch the damn movie.
Yeah, it's entertainment, right? That's all it is. It's movie magic. That's all it is.
See, Kiwi said they're doing big renovation there. They have the uncle come in to do the skilled work, and meanwhile, Mama Kiwi's like, get your ass out there and dig holes for a fence.
Yeah, he's got like 3 holes dug up. Yeah. Half a pole. He's only got half a fence, not even a pole, a stick or whatever you're using in the ground. The other 2 holes are still open. Nothing in them. Meanwhile, the sheep are running loose.
Yes. Scared. They're running scared is what you mean.
Yeah. They're like, is he going to pin us in here? We'll never get out now.
The Kiwi is coming. The Kiwi is coming.
You watch those guys shear those things down when they take all that wool off of them. These guys are great, man. They're so quick at it.
Yeah, I watch that.
And then, do they put something on their skin? Because the ones up here, when they do that in the summertime, I don't know if they paint them with something, or does that do something? Does it protect them for a little while, or does it keep like animals off of them? I don't know what it is they put on them. I saw some shit on them. I don't know. I could be wrong.
I don't know. All I've ever seen is they shear them.
Yeah, we got a lot of sheep out here. We got like a big sheep farm not too far from my house. I don't go that way because they done closed the damn road down. They're building a special road. I had no idea. Someone told me about it the other day. I don't want to say what, because once I say what the road is, everybody's going to know where I live. So I'm not going to say
Right.
it. Oh, that's where he
Yeah,
lives. Yeah, right across the street from there. Okay.
whatever,
Now I'm gonna come over.
whatever you do, don't mention the I-74 extension.
Yeah. Don't mention the
Huh,
tunnels next to the house.
I
Actually,
don't
there is
think
a tunnel.
I don't think I've seen anybody around here who's had sheep. I know
Oh,
people
we
have
got,
goats.
yeah, no, there's a big sheep farm. There's some here in town that people got. Don't ask me how they got that farm in town, but it's right here in town.
Now, there used to be a guy in town with mutton chops. I don't know if that counts.
Okay, maybe that's what it is, Kiwi.
Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, they wouldn't want to nick them and have flies laying eggs in them and stuff.
yeah.
I don't know what they do with these. I'm thinking it's just for their wool, but I have no idea.
Probably mostly, but of course you can
Yeah,
butcher them too.
yeah. But there's like places here with goats too. Like people have like tons of goats. There's a place up in West Virginia, man. It's like whole side of this mountain. You look up there, there's nothing but goats everywhere.
Well, I know. Now, I don't
They're
know anybody
fenced
around
in.
here who
They're
has
fenced in, but
I
they're there.
don't know anybody around here that has a lot of goats, but I've known people who had goats and, they use them for milk and cheese.
Yeah. Now I know my buddy's got a couple goats, and he's got some of those fainting goats. I think
Those
they're
are
Oh, yeah.
so funny.
yeah. I think they're more like his pets though. Like he just wanted them, so he's got them. You know. My neighbor down from me, she had a couple goats. They used to get out all the time, come up here and want to eat my plants. Try to get in my garden. What
Now
else
that
you
I think
got?
of it,
Yeah.
there's definitely some big sheep farms somewhere in the area around here because I can remember whenever I used to park cars, they called it Ag Days. It's an annual Penn State thing. Penn State's real big on agriculture. But anyway,
Yeah.
I remember them saying about what's that South American animal that's kind of like a camel? What the hell am I thinking of?
Mm.
Where's
You
my
say
brain?
you say camel?
Yeah, it's kind of like a camel. It's a South
A llama?
is it the llama? That's it.
All right. You got an
That
alpaca and you got the llama.
Yeah, it was the llama. And what they would do, the people with the big sheep farms, they would have a llama there, and it was to keep like the wolves away
Yeah.
because wolves didn't know what the hell the llama was, so they were afraid to come around.
Well, donkeys are good for that too. They'll chase off shit. They'll kill coyotes and all that. Donkeys are mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not how you say they're not the llamas aren't part of the northern part of the
Oh yeah,
Americas. The
ecosystem.
wolves would,
The
yeah, the wolves
ecosystem.
would,
Yeah.
they would never know what a llama was. I tell you the story about the Filipino lady that lived out here, and they had a camel, and the camel got loose out of the guy's place, and it come up on her car. It was like sitting on top of her car or whatever, like laying on it or what have you. And she come running to my buddy's house saying, "There's a dinosaur! There's a dinosaur!" Hilarious. There's a dinosaur in my car. He's like, what? There's that dinosaur on my car. Yeah. Funny. Yeah, they're very similar, guys. The llama and the I guess the alpaca. There's another animal too that they have. It has horns. Some got a lot of fur, real woolly.
Woolly mammoth.
Could be that one too. They're supposed to be bringing those back, aren't they? Aren't they supposed to be cloning them bastards or something?
Seems like I did see something about that.
I'd like to see one.
I guess they have, over the years, actually found woolly mammoths like frozen in Siberia.
Yeah,
You know,
they're
not the bones, but the actual,
Yeah,
full
Oh, yeah.
meat.
yeah. They've said that they've gotten food out of their stomach or and stuff like that, like fresh food, like where it just froze instantly. But
Yeah,
they're not Jurassic. That's what people don't understand. They don't the woolies don't go back to
yeah,
the dinosaurs. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Back. Well, I'm talking way back. They don't go back that far.
Yeah, I don't know the names and that of the ages, Cretaceous, Jurassic, whatever.
Right. The Ice Age wasn't that long ago. That's why the woolies were around. The woolies and the saber tooth also. It's not
Yeah,
doesn't go back that far either.
yeah, and they actually were around during the time of like the Neanderthals, as opposed to dinosaurs.
Yeah, the Tasmanian, I seen the Tasmanian, but what do you call a woolly mammoth over there, Kiwi? And there are sightings of the that other thing, the I forget the name of it. It looks like a dog and a tiger or something. It's got that big mouth.
The Tasmanian devil.
Yeah, but he's talking about the tiger. But there's the Tasmanian devil, I believe. No, Tasmanian devil's it's a little creature. It's a little fat creature. But it's Tasmanian though. But whatever, it could be that.
I do not know what the de-extinction list is. Does that mean they're trying to bring them back?
Oh yeah, bringing them back from extinction. What's thylacine?
Thylacine.
Thyla. Oh,
What's that?
okay.
A drug? Is that a drug?
I'm thinking he's saying that's the age of them,
Oh,
the thylacine age.
okay. Sounds like a drug.
No, that's actually the Tasmanian tiger.
Oh,
That's
well,
the
don't
name.
confuse us. See, now he just went and ruined it. That was going to be one of the trivia questions Wednesday.
Yeah, just ruined it.
What does
Kiwi.
what does thylacine cure?
Brings back the Tasmanian devil, also known as Wabbitch.
Wah, 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 wah.
Oh, I just noticed you went with Nikki for her tomato instead of the Wibbitch.
Tasty tiger looks like a.
Mm.
Oh,
All I know is the Tasmanian devil spins around really fast. I learned that on Bugs Bunny.
And he says, "Ow, wow, 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 wow," whatever.
Yeah.
Doesn't even talk, right?
I was thinking he didn't, yeah.
I'm reading a note that my son got for doing a great job at the casino.
Mm.
Jeremy Glowowski took time to share his positive experience. I don't know who this guy is. My son is a high rollers dealer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Atlantic City?
No, he's down in Florida right now. He was in Connecticut, but
Oh.
he went to. Hilarious.
I don't know why STD assumes that Ariel made all the avatars. It's a little insulting.
Yeah. So he got called into the office, right? Because it's supposedly he got written up. He got written up last week because he don't take no shit, and his pit boss was giving him shit, so he gave him some lip. So the pit boss wrote him up, right? And now he's sending me this. Look, they gave me a whole commendation, a whole note, and thank you, and this and that, and it says, then he writes, I got rid up last week because management tried to punk me. And they called me into the office saying, we got another write up for you. And it was that note I was just reading. Hilarious. One thing they know how to do is steal your money. So don't go to the casino. Those bastards will make you go broke.
Hey, I told you. I left a winner.
Yeah.
I went 3 times, won the first 2, lost the last one. Never went back because I figured I still had their money in my pocket.
Who would assume Mustard? Mustard makes stuff. He makes beans. Bean soup.
That's right. I could give Tab a couple of tips. Although his soup looked pretty good the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone that comes, they all have a special skill, and they all share their skills. Even Miss Nikki can get down with the best.
And one of these days we'll find out what her skill is.
It's say it again. It's
Research.
taking notes or no something. It's,
Being a secretary.
Investigations, right? What is it? Something
Research, yeah.
research and
Pushing buttons.
pushing buttons. That's it. She's got the squirrel to push buttons now, so she doesn't have to push buttons anymore.
And you know, to be totally serious, I can remember sitting there going, it seems like this girl could be doing more than this.
Yeah.
Boy, was I wrong.
Yeah, you were. Kiwi, I have actually embraced the bastard part.
We don't call him that anymore.
No. He's Dratsab.
Dratsab. That's it.
So does that means he's also Kalob?
I never thought about that.
No,
That,
that's why I left that. I left that part out. It doesn't sound good. I already tried it. It don't. Now, if it was Koof, then I would have kept Koof in there because Koof sounds cool.
my favorite thing about when that happened was as soon as the words came out of your mouth, you knew you made a mistake.
Oh, I know. I know.
It was like you said those two words and you just it was like, nope, I'm dead. They got me.
It was like the filter between my brain and my mouth broke to allow those words to come out, and then it immediately snapped back into place. I'm like, "Oh, shit. Well, okay, I guess it's my turn for them to own something." Ariel must have pushed a button.
Oh, yeah. Did you know that boy, I'm having trouble with words tonight. But when a name starts with Fitz, like Fitzroy,
I booted him.
Uh-huh.
that meant bastard son.
Or bastard of the king.
Yeah.
Yeah, they used the Fitz, Fitz, is bastard, basically. And then Roy would be the king. I think is how that
Yes.
goes.
Yeah, it sounds right. And speaking of bastards,
If I tell
Black Kelly Tomato. What's that?
if I tell my mother that, she gets pissed off because I have my mother's birth certificate and her dad didn't sign it because he was off drinking somewhere. So I said, "Hey, mom, you know you're a bastard, right?" "Don't call me that. I know who my father is." Hilarious, man. She gets pissed, bro. But so
You
you want to
know,
see my birth certificate? It says who my daddy is. I said, you don't understand. If your dad didn't sign it, you're a bastard.
he didn't want to claim you.
Yeah. Yeah, neither one of them wanted to claim her. But that's a different story.
Okay, Fitzroy, actually, Fitz is son of, and then Roy comes from the old French word ROI, which means king.
Okay.
So,
It doesn't say bastard son of king.
no. So, I need to find what means daughter of the king. Illegitimate
Yeah, nobody cared about the daughters.
daughter of the king in.
They can't carry the name over anyway, so what good
True,
are they?
true.
You can't hear Nikki?
Okay.
You're good,
Di-
Nick. I hear you fine, but I don't know.
Um,
Yeah, I hear her clear.
I did have my mic turned down. Is that better?
I was hearing you good the whole time. I think
Did
it's
you
just
say
that
something,
Dale's
Nikki?
old.
I can't hear you, Nikki. I didn't know if you said something or not. Maybe your mic's off. You know, she likes turning the mic off. She does Finkel. You know, she does the Finkel thing.
Remember how we used to get him with the, can you hear
Yeah.
me now? No.
No,
How about
he's like,
now?
damn
No.
it, damn it. And then he goes back and then he goes into mute and then he's really just mute.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh God, we used to screw with him too so much. We'd mute him when he wasn't looking. We'd change his name.
Yeah.
Okay. An illegitimate daughter of a king in medieval times would be called a royal bastard. It was the males who actually got the last name of Fitzroy.
Okay.
Okay.
I've heard other Fitz names also, like
Yeah.
Fitzgibbon.
And Fitzgerald
Fitzgerald,
Yeah.
yeah.
is the son
Fitzgerald.
of Gerald.
The bastard son of Gerald.
And Fitzroy.
Fitzwallace.
You know Fitzroy?
No.
That's son of Wabish. Fitzroy.
It's Nikki's bastard. Hey Jimmy, from now on you're Fitzwaw. You little bastard.
There you go. That was funny though.
Yeah, the Fitz just means son of, and then, Gerald would be son of Gerald. Roy is son of the king. Fitzgibbons is, son of Gibbons.
Son of a monkey.
Yeah.
Is there a Fitz taken? There's a given. Is there a taken? Or Fitz wanted?
I don't know.
Fits loosely.
Yeah. Fitz good? Fitz good and tight, maybe? I don't know.
I remember a lady came in the library one time and wanted a book of heraldry because her son was like looking stuff up and some company was sending him his family coat of arms.
Yeah.
And I guess for some reason they never thought about their last name. It was Taylor. And I said to her, I gave her the book. She wanted. I said, I kind of doubt if. Well, no, it wasn't actually Taylor. It was Snyder, which meant Taylor. I said, I don't really think they gave Taylor's coat of arms.
What is Snyder? German or
Snyder?
Or Jewish?
Yeah, I think it was German for Taylor. Yeah. You think about like how many names were actually careers. Cooper, Smith, Taylor.
When was the around when did the last name start? Do we know the time period?
I do not know.
When did people start using last names? In the later Middle Ages, primarily after the Norman conquest of England in 1066.
1066. Oh, it goes back a ways then.
Yeah,
1,000 years, maybe, right? Or no?
almost. Well, in another 40 years, it'll be a
Yeah.
1,000 years.
That's when they started. So really, a lot of people didn't have those last names. It's probably more royal people, or I don't know.
They
Very
developed among
good.
aristocratic families and in large cities.
And if you owned someone, right? Like if you ruled over them, they probably had your last name as their name.
But look at Kiwi coming in with the history. He knew that was the year of the Magna Carta.
Beautiful. It's been around that long. Didn't know that.
Have a good night, STD.
All right, STD. We'll see you.
Let's see.
The first
Of
last name
course,
ever was Kushum, a
Yeah.
name of Babylonian origin.
Yeah. That's a black man, I believe. Yeah. Kush is
you know,
one of the sons of Noah's sons. One of Noah's sons, I believe he's one of the sons that come out of
No.
the. Yeah.
Ham.
you know,
Ham is one. He was black. Yeah.
and Hawk.
Yeah. I think I ate him yesterday, but I'm not sure.
So you know, if you translate Magna Carta from Latin, it means big dancing Australian girl.
In Japan.
Yeah.
Oh.
I used to have a Japanese girlfriend. Her name was Dawn. Her name was Dawn. Yeah, that's a very popular Japanese name, right? Dawn.
Yeah.
Well, it's the land of the rising sun.
Mm-hmm.
How come we don't have a land of the setting sun?
It sets in California every day. What are you talking about? The sun comes up here on the east, right, and then it sets down over there in California. I don't know about the rest of the world because I'm not sharing my sun with them.
It's
I don't know where they get their lights from.
you know that the sun is pulled across the sky by a big chariot.
Yes.
Yeah, but Kiwi, all your people were criminals.
Yeah. How do you spell? I don't know.
Relief.
Oh, I had one of those last night. A soft one. They're chewables. They taste good. They're like fruity.
Was that Pepto?
No, Rolaids.
Rolling. Okay.
Yeah, they come like little. They almost like it's like almost a little gum. They're real soft. You just suck on them.
Yeah.
You don't even have to chew them. They're nice.
I usually don't need that kind of stuff.
I had too much coffee before I went to bed, and then I like I want to start throwing up. So I ate one of those. It worked good.
Oh my God. I haven't had a cup of coffee since this morning.
How did you manage that?
I don't know.
Really. Slept all day, maybe.
At Kiwi, my family was high class. They were like, potato farmers and stuff. Of course, they probably stole the potatoes, but that's beside the point.
Well, you got to get them somewhere. If we didn't have criminals, we wouldn't have police officers. So we give them jobs. Just
True.
saying.
I remember I said that to an Australian girl I used to talk to that they were all brought there as criminals, and she was like, "Do Americans really believe that?" I said, "Yeah."
What does that got to do with your soul? I don't understand. It makes your soul feel good, though.
Oh, my soul's beyond saving.
Well, that's not true. But if you look into Muxter's eyes, there's nothing there. So there's no soul. That's why I never look at him, head on.
That's because when I was a baby, my mother had a cat.
Oh, did it sit on your chest and?
Yep, sucked the soul right out of me.
Yeah, they'll do that. How they get those 9 lives.
Yeah. Always had problems with certain parts of religion, like, he's an all-loving, all-forgiving God. Unless you use his name in vain, then you'll burn for eternity. Oh, okay.
It doesn't say that.
Yeah, you didn't grow up Catholic.
It says do not take his name in vain, but they really don't know what his name is. So, what are we talking about? His name is not God. So that people know his name is not God.
It's Bob.
Okay, well, Bob is the name.
I took LSD once and I met him.
Yeah. You was tripping, huh?
Yahweh, Jehovah, Allah.
Allah's not God. It's a completely different person.
Yeah, same guy.
He may be to someone else, but it's a different person. He is the Most High. That's all you got to know. I don't even put a name on him.
Really wonder what the kind of drugs he had.
The best. It's just a program, dude. We're in a program. Once you've realized that this really is the Matrix, none of this is real, even though it is real. This has already been played out. The outcome is going to be the outcome. That's how he can write the book from beginning to the end. That's how that works, folks.
Yeah. Well, if I meet him, he's got some answering to do for the way he wrote the book.
No, you have to take that up with him. Problem is, we won't get all the answers. You're not meant to get them all. Some things
I
will
don't know,
remain.
I got most of them already.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe we could use some of them on that quiz. See if anybody else got them.
I downloaded the 1986 Fly, by the way. I'll see if it
Okay.
passed the test later.
The good mushrooms grow over here, Kiwi, right underneath the apple trees. There's a whole apple orchard over there next to me.
Don't sit under the apple tree with anyone named Kiwi. Anyone named Kiwi.
You know, if it wasn't for the apple tree,
You wouldn't be
We wouldn't
here.
have gravity.
that's right. The gravity would have never been discovered. That's right. Not invented, discovered.
We'd all be in orbit.
What would we do without the damn apple tree? Could you imagine if it was a walnut, the shootout they would have had back then? Everyone would have been dead.
No, an acorn.
Or an acorn. I'm sorry. That's what it is. My bad. I've been hit. Yep.
Ooh, goodness.
That has got to be one of my favorite videos of the year as far as
Right.
stupidity from a police officer for
And
2024.
what's amazing and also good that it happened, but they blasted the hell out of that police car and barely scratched the guy who was
Yeah.
cuffed inside of it.
He's in cuffs, and then they shot the car about 30 more times. They blew out all the windows and told him to
Yep.
get out. And he was playing dead because he did not want to get shot. I don't blame him. You frisk the guy, you frisk him, and you handcuff him, and you still think he's shooting you? And then
Oh
your
my
partners just all of a sudden start shooting because she don't know what the hell's happening. She just, well, wait a second. If he's shooting, I'm shooting. And she's actually
Yeah.
shooting towards him. They're both shooting towards each other.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, there's a whole apartment complex across the street. There's cars going by, everything. They don't give a shit. Nikki, don't cry. It's okay. No one was hurt during the filming of that
Yeah.
of that video. Just the windows. The
Just
windows
the
in the car.
windows in the car.
Yeah, just the windows in the car. But guess what? Guess who gets to pay for the car?
We
taxpayers,
do.
Yeah.
right? The taxpayers do. There you go. They'll get a new car. It's nothing.
It doesn't matter that they were the ones who shot it up.
Maybe I'll go out tomorrow and bash all my windows in, and then I'll have the taxpayers buy me new windows or buy me a whole new car. See how that works.
Actually, I knew a guy who kind of did that. He, I guess he was having trouble with some people at work, and he tried to make it like they were messing with him, but somebody
yeah.
actually watched him. He walked around his car with a ball peen hammer and went around and dented his entire car, and then later on said, "Somebody hurt my car," but yeah. They called him Ed the Hammer for a while after that.
Yeah, there's crazy people out there that would do that shit.
Actually, there was a guy in town that hit his, I think his stepmother over the back of the head with a ball peen hammer too.
Yeah.
What is
Hammers
it with
can
these
usually-
people and their ball peens hammers?
You'd be surprised how many people die every year from ball peen hammer hits on the head.
Yeah.
Ball
Hey,
peen
here's an
hammers
interest-
are easier to handle.
Huh? What'd you say, Nikki?
I said ball peen hammers are easier to handle.
They are. Plus, you don't need a license for them.
You know, I don't think I mentioned this here. I saw an interesting statistic the other day. Do you know what the major cause of on-duty cop fatalities is in this country?
Yeah, it's car crashes. They don't wear their seatbelts.
Yeah.
I
They're
have a
always worried
better
about
one.
people shooting at them, and it's their own damn fault.
Yeah,
They're dying.
they're always with that bullshit of, you know what's happening in these days, you know.
Yeah.
You know, they always got that. Well, I don't know what the hell's what's happening. You tell me. What's
I
been
saw-
going on?
I was watching a video the other day, and the cop says to the guy, well, you know, we're still in this post 9/11 world. And the guy said to him, oh, bullshit.
Yeah. They got cameras everywhere. What you talking about?
Everywhere except in that town in Kentucky that Kerry was talking about earlier, where they shot the guy because they went to the wrong house.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, it happens all the time, though. Unfortunately.
they were supposed to be at 485 something road and they went to 511.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and then they call for the ambulance and that, and the ambulance is like, we're here and there's nobody around.
Yeah.
You know, this shit happens all the time, and they should make it right for the victims. I mean,
Mhm.
even if people don't go to jail, or these families need to be compensated, and it's just sad the shit that happens. I mean, and listen, cops aren't perfect. I understand they could make a mistake, and you know, but when they come in like the way they do, all gun ho, it's not good. It never ends good. They've shot people in their houses where they're walking outside and look through the window and think they saw the person with something in their hand, and actually they have that one lady that was in her house that I don't know how many times they shot through that damn window, 20, 30 times. It was ridiculous.
That's right. I forgot about that, Dale. The whole thing they were going to the wrong house about was the
Yeah.
guy supposedly took a weed eater.
Yeah, it's always something like that, a speeding ticket or something stupid, little shoplifting,
Yeah.
or just some bullshit argument or something. Nothing that, really calls for a gun, but whatever.
Yeah,
That's
but the
why you
weed
never-
eater
that's why
belonged
you
to a
never call
county
them.
judge.
Unless you really, if there's a real crime, then go ahead and call them. But, you don't call the cops because of some weed eater. Come on, man. I got people do weed eating for me anyway, so I don't have to do it.
That's
I got the right color people doing it too. All white. That's it. I got an all white crew that comes. Don't get no better than
See,
that.
I would never do that because white people are lazy.
Not my white boy. My white boy's good, man. Oh, okay.
Yeah, the weed eater belonged to a county judge.
Well, but weed eaters aren't that expensive anyway. So I mean, depending on what it was. Was it electric? Was it battery power? Gas power? I mean, buck and change maybe, $1.30. An expensive one maybe 200. I don't know. Someone lost their life.
Yeah,
But
yeah, it's
the good
definitely.
news is the judge did get his weed eater back after they went to the right house. So something good came out of it.
Well, you figure even if they went to the right house, that's not the kind of thing you bust in a door for.
No, no.
You go and you knock on the door with your search warrant, which is ridiculous anyhow. And you say, "We're here looking for a weed eater. You want to just show us where it is?"
Yep. I got a good one downstairs for them. It's broken. Oh, that's the one I give them. Here it is. Now get out.
My aid's been going nuts because my neighbor next door that died a little while ago, there's a zero-turn riding mower sitting out back with a tarp over it, and it's like every time she comes, it's like, I can't believe they've just let that sitting out there.
It's covered. Mine sits outside.
Well, and I'm like, well, it doesn't belong to me, so
Do you cut grass, Monster?
no, I used to. I used to like to cut
No, but I'm
grass,
saying now,
actually.
you don't cut grass now, right? So,
No,
like, no big deal. Yeah. I haven't cut grass in about a year and a half now. Well, I lie. I do cut a little bit every now and then.
no, I don't even have a mower anymore.
I got a rider. That's what I was saying. That I believe they went to the right house now, and I'm pretty sure the judge got his stupid weed eater back by now. But someone had to die for a weed eater because, again, the price of weed eaters is thousands of dollars. So we can't have that.
Yeah, yeah, I'd be tempted to be like waiting outside the courthouse and be like, "Oh, hey, Your Honor, I'm glad you got your weed eater back, even if it did mean I had to lose my Uncle Joe."
Yeah, we didn't like him anyway, so.
Well, and the thing is the person who stole it was actually already in custody, and he gave them the address of where the weed eater was,
Oh, okay.
Oh,
and they
Jesus.
went to the wrong address. So the guy who died was completely 110% innocent.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't it crazy? You live your life, let's say just a normal, responsible human being who pays your taxes. You never broke the law. You mind your own business. And on Thursday at 4:30, you don't know it, but the cops are going to be breaking your door down and shooting you and killing you in your home.
Yep.
And there's nothing you can do about it. Is Cart still out there in the chats?
She might be roaming. Oh, I
She
see.
might.
We've dropped to 3 officially.
Yeah. 1,
Two.
2.
As soon as I said 3, it went to 2.
Yeah. No big deal.
So, are we sure of Nate the Great showing up on Sunday?
Yeah. At least as of tonight.
Cool. Yeah, we need Killen to come around more because, I mean, who is more deserving of a tomato avatar than Killen Tomato?
You are right about that. I'm gonna have to come up with one. I think he may have said something to me, but I'm not sure. No face.
Right.
Maybe a clock with
Yeah.
a knife going through the tomato. Not even hands on it, just legs. You know, the AI, sometimes it'll give you things that you don't want, and then you question it, and then like when you actually spell out what you want, it tells you you're in trouble. Oh, we can't do that. So
Yeah.
sometimes a little tricky to do these things to get it to do what you want.
Yeah.
Just certain words you can't put in the prompts because it'll spit it back out.
And once again, I thought, well, I'll go in, I'll hang around for 10, 15 minutes, see if anybody shows up. And here we are 2 hours later.
Yep. That's it. 12 o'clock. Well, I'm gonna be jumping up out of here pretty soon.
Yeah, so am I.
Yeah.
I slept bad last night. My shoulder hurts, and now I got to sleep the other way tonight. Hopefully, I'll wake up and I feel better.
Yes, hopefully you will wake up.
Hopefully.
Sometimes a certain way I sleep, I must like press a nerve on my arm or something. And I'll wake up and my hand will be tingling for like a half an hour. I cannot get it to wake up.
Yeah. Do you
When
call
I
it?
first get up, it's hard to even, like move my fingers and stuff.
If you say, "Hey, buddy, wake up," sometimes that works.
Yeah.
No, I used to get that when I used to work a certain job with the rotophile tools where there's a lot of vibration. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
it's just horrible on your hands. But I got like a bad rotator cuff, and that's the side I slept on. Now it hurts. Yeah.
So I bet whenever you were doing a job like that, it was probably like when I used to work around bulldozer all day, and I'd lay down to go to sleep, and I could hear the screeching bulldozer tracks.
Yeah. Do you know how to wear earplugs? No hearing protection?
I'm trying to remember if I had. I think I did have
Yeah,
like
I wear
headphones.
I wear hearing protection for even when I cut grass, especially when I cut grass. I wear them. I don't like the sound of the loud ass mower, anyways. But
See, the thing I always liked about mowing grass was I liked that loud noise because it just sort of cut me off from the world.
yeah,
I always felt like I was just inside this bubble all alone.
yeah. You know, if you could find Gilligan's Island, that you'd be cut off from the world too. I don't know how long they were on there, but they were out there for a while. They come out of Hawaii, right? That's where they was.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
For a 3-hour tour.
It was a long tour. Give me Mary Ann any day. I'll get stranded.
Yeah, I was definitely a Marianne guy. I probably told you before, did you know she made more money off that show than the other regulars?
Yeah, yeah.
Because at the time it wasn't considered a standard thing for people to get residuals.
Right.
And she
They're
put
smart.
that in her contract, and yeah.
Smart enough to do that. Yep. You know how many times that show's been played? Good. Man. Shit, I watched it, as a child. I watched it the whole time, and that shit was off the air,
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not even sure if it was new when I used to watch it.
Wasn't there a
don't know
couple
what-
of black and white episodes? It started early.
Could have been.
Yeah, I think, or the pilot may have been black and white. But
I don't remember Pilot. They
I'd
were
say
all in a
late,
boat.
late 60s, probably come in late 60s, maybe going into the 70s, I think. I'm not sure. Maybe 70-ish, I don't know. Who knows?
I know that's something I had 64.
64, I wouldn't even thought of. But the old lady was around. She can tell you.
I know that's something, there were shows that I can remember watching, and later on I would be looking something up on them and be like, wait a minute, this show went off the air before I was born. Like I Love Lucy, and
Yeah.
I forget some of the others. It's like,
Yeah, Jackie Gleason, the
yeah,
Honeymoon.
Honeymooners.
Yeah. Yeah. Shit. A lot of shows like that.
Of course, it's always funny too whenever kids would watch that stuff now, like on Nick at Night or something, and then
Right.
they see that actor on TV, and it's, wait a minute, that cannot be that same
Yeah.
person.
Yeah. Is that JR? Is that really him?
Yeah.
They don't even know he was on. They don't even know he was on I Love Lucy. Just saying. I Love Lucy. Jeannie. I Dream of Jeannie. My bad.
Oh yeah, oh that's right. Yeah,
Is it I
yeah,
Dream
it's
of
one of
Jeannie?
the two.
I think that's what it's called.
Yeah, Larry Hagman.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da.
Yeah. That was another one of my favorite shows because the genie character was not bad to look at either.
No,
I forget her name. I know her name. I just can't think of it.
Barbara.
Barbara Eden.
That's
Eden.
it. Barbara. Yeah. I don't know what I
Not
did.
to be
but I got-
confused with, not to be confused with Barbara Feldon, who was also not bad to look at, Agent 99 on Get Smart.
Yeah. 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 It's another one. Talking into his shoe. Who knew?
Yeah, that's your.
You know? How many doors were there before he got to where he was going? I never really counted them. I know there was a lot of doors
Yeah.
open and closing.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was written by Mel Brooks.
Oh, okay. I didn't know he did TV shows. Okay. Probably.
Well, yeah, well, him and Carl Reiner started off on the Sid Caesar show.
Yes, it's Caesar.
And, I remember watching a thing the one time. It was trying to think which, I think it was Carl Reiner's house. He was living in the same house that he
Yeah.
bought when he was doing Sid Caesar. And you think of how a career that he had since then, with like the Dick Van Dyke Show and all that, and movies. And he thought, yeah, I don't need some big fancy house.
You really don't. Just need a room for you to sleep in, a bed. You really don't need no. Compare our
Yeah.
homes to European homes. We live in mansions. Little tiny refrigerators they got.
I remember that English girl I used to be friends with. I asked her the one time, I said, why is it that all those movies and that, the English apartments, I was trying to think of what they called them.
Flat.
Flats, yeah. All I could think was a flop. I knew that wasn't it. I said, they have like the living room and stuff upstairs. And she said, because we're screwed up. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys
All right,
go.
Becky. We'll see you. You have yourself a good night.
All right. Bye.
Good
We'll
chat.
see you. Yeah, let's shut this pop stand down.
I got the itchies. So.
And thanks for being here, Dale and Kiwi, if you're still over there.
Yep. We'll see you guys later. When's the next show? Sunday? Scheduled?
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock. I may not be here for that one because I'm going to a birthday party. Hopefully it doesn't get canceled, but we'll see because it got canceled last week. After I was ready
Who's it?
early, but yeah.
Who's it for?
It's just my friend's son. He turned 16.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, was it like friend or family? Yeah. Okay, well,
That's the kid that grew up next door, and they're always cool with us.
cool. Well, we'll see if we see you.
Yep. All right.
Night.
I'm so glad we had this time together, just to have a laugh or sing a song. Seems we just get started, and before you know it, comes the time